Last week, James started off this mini section in chapter 5 talking about wealth and how the Christian should engage with wealth and possessions that they might have. Not that those things are bad, but they can become something that enslaves us and distracts us from the call in which God has given us to live out the faith that he has given us, to be, remember, not just hearers of the word, but doers, to bring about a change to the people around us, to be a blessing to the people around us. And so often wealth can hinder us from doing that. So often we can keep our wealth and our possessions so close to us that as they corrode and waste away, they end up corrupting us as well. James finishes off this section of teaching today, giving us another warning. He says this: "Behold, the wages of the labourers who mowed your fields, which you kept back by fraud, are crying out against you. And the cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord of hosts. You have lived on the earth in luxury and in self-indulgence. You have fattened your hearts in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and murdered the righteous person. He does not resist you." James is talking about a specific issue in the churches here where there are people holding back the wages of workers who have earned their pay. They are keeping the money to themselves. Again, they are keeping it so close to themselves, and they are forgetting to bless those around them as God has commanded them to do. They are living in luxury and self-indulgence. Their wealth and their possessions have become so important to them that they have neglected those around them that they have a duty to care for, a duty to provide for, a duty to serve. Folks, we need to be challenged and hear what James is saying to us this morning. There is a way that we can use our wealth, which will call up the attention of the Lord of hosts. When James uses that description of God there, the Lord of hosts, he is talking about God as a warrior, as the commander of the armies in heaven. He's saying when we use our money in a way which is unjust, in a way which just serves ourselves and ignores the needs of those people around us, God sees that. God sees that. God, the commander of the armies of heaven, sees that. Now, folks, do we really want to put ourselves up against God when he is pictured specifically like that? No. Instead, we should use our wealth and use our possessions and steward them for his glory. Steward them for the good of those around us. Steward them so that we can be a blessing to those around us. So I'd love for us to think about that today. How are you using your possessions and your wealth and your money to do just that? Not to live in luxury and self-indulgence, but to use it for the glory of God and the good of others.